how is that playing out? And of course, we're also looking at what this will mean for the APC, the ruling party. Will it be what happened in 2023 likely to happen this time around come 2027, where, because of the parties that were involved, divided votes that gave that short up the votes of the APC, and so saw Ahmed Bola Tinubu as president of Nigeria today? Are we having that with these defections that we're seeing? The NDC, we do know that the likes of Atiku Walker still with the NDC. Matter of fact, has picked his presidential ticket. Wike, like we know, former governor of Rivers State, and of course the former minister of transport, has also, picked his own ticket too for the NDC. So, people are looking at a big game coming up. And the most recent, I don't want to be, I don't want to hurry that up. I don't want to push that too forward. And that's talking about former President Goodluck Jonathan. Well, rumor has it that the former president may, well, we'll hope to see what will happen during the week, that he may pick his ticket for the PDP. Okay, so that's about what we'll be saying this morning. And so, Peter Obi and Rabi Musa Wankusu in NDC today. Now, remember, it's a party that was formed by Siraki Dixon. We do know that. And of course, so what is playing out, and how is that, to shift power, so to say? My guest this morning is a regular on the program, and we're glad to have Dr. KATCH ONONUJU back with us again. Dr. KATCH ONONUJU, good morning, sir, and welcome on the program Perspectives.
Good morning, my dear.
Okay.
I thank you and the audience.
Thank you. Well, I just painted a picture there. I gave a background that there, the defections that we're seeing. Peter Obi moved from Labour Party to the ADC, so to say. And now he's moved on again to the NDC. Moved on, and of course, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, the henchman or the principal of the Kwankwasia movement of Kanu, has also joined him to move to, the NDC. And so, why would Peter Obi leave the ADC? Atiku Abubakar, Wike, David Mark, Rauf Aregbesola, and the big wigs of the ADC, and they allowed that to happen. That Peter had to move to the NDC. And of course, I want to bring back what happened in Ibadan, where they all put got themselves together and was said to, present, according to Sheyi Makinde of Oyo State, to present a candidate, a formidable candidate that would challenge or that would give Bola Ahmed Tinubu a good run for his money. But that has fizzled out too. So the NDC, the new party, and of course some people are saying maybe in a new bride in opposition. So how strong is opposition today? And Peter Obi moving to the NDC, what could have informed that?
One thing you need to understand is there was a fundamental problem in Nigerian politics that started in 2016, and that is arguments about equity. It was started by Atiku Abubakar and the rest of those who supported him. That was what culminated in the formation of NPDP. It was the argument about equity. Everybody seeking to also be a participant in the presidential governance of the country. That's the argument. It started in 2013. It led Atiku to form NPDP. He now used it to form a coalition with other groups like ACN, like the CPC, like a faction of the ABUJA led by Russia, and of course, Obomono's APP. They all came together and formed a coalition called the APC. So that APC has gotten in there, and the argument about equity has continued. Buhari and Tinubu magnified nepotism and that same issue of equity. forced members of that APC coalition to implode. And some of them now went to what you call the ADC. As they were there, yes, you asked. Other people came in, P2B and Co., and they were thinking, this is a continuation of the opposition. No, it's not. The ADC turned out a platform of those who thought they needed to do a fight with me. So I think it made sense when P2B saw he couldn't be accommodated. No. People willing to discuss equity? No. See, they're accusing Tinubu of lack of equity. They too do not have no regard for equity. I'm speaking about the issue of inclusion. The main problem that has included the opposition is the argument about equity, and that's centered around zoning. So when Atiku showed that his dominance of the APC, of course the ADC, he wasn't going to shake on that fundamental problem that forced the implosion and division of the opposition. That's the equity argument, zoning. When they couldn't solve it in the ADC, it will be Kwankwaso and Co move on to bet at NDC. So I think the NDC does make sense. Let us listen to it. Let us see what it will bring. It is started. It's simply shown that the opposition has not been able to find one voice in dealing with its problem that fundamentally included it in the BDP when Atiku led some other people from the north after 8 years of Buhari's rule to say no to the south in the equity argument called zoning. And that's why they included. So if you formed the ADC, the fundamental national argument has not been resolved about equity. And when Atiku and Co masquerading as alliance members in ADC refused to concede at least 4 more years to the south, since it's been 4 years now with Tinubu, allow them have the remaining 4 years. The Atiku and his group refused. That's why Peter will be with those who agree in that alliance. So what you now see is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 in the last presidential election, number 3 and 4 are now combining to actually challenge number 1. So the second man, who was Atiku, who couldn't find a way to cooperate with them, has been left behind and they've moved on. And I think this makes a lot of sense. We should look at it from historical perspective. We have now entered the period of equity in Nigeria. And that's understandable in our politics. We are transiting. We took from the military. And those who gained from the military, the craze that gave advantage to certain groups. I think we've come to the end of it. The rise of the internet and also the growth of democracy has now made it possible that Nigerians can make demands. Look at Hausas in Gobert, organize them. Hausas in Katsina, organize them. It's never happened before, okay? And you're seeing now a crisis everywhere. People even to the extent I have seen this, what's this called? Local vigilantes funded by government. That country is changing. So if we do not look at these changes in our political arrangement, it's not going to work. So I think it's a healthy thing because NDC gives opposition a proper face. That's a platform floated by Senator Dixon and his own leader, the preeminent Izon leader today in Nigeria after the death of Chief Clark is Senator Dixon. He's been governor and he's called Izon. Okay, he's not like Goodluck. No, Goodluck is all there. Him, Dixon, is from Tororua. He's right there on the banks of the river that separates Buntu, Focados, and the Izons in Delta from the Izons in Bayelsa. So he is right in the middle and top elder statesman. So he's found a platform. Peter Obi, an Igbo man, is on it. And also now you have Kwankwaso, the leader and champion of Hausas right now, from what we can calculate from national politics. So it's a beautiful mix. It's a beautiful mix. I think we stand alone, and that's it. So if you look at the cultural and tribal and ethnic dynamics of Nigeria, what you see in the NDC is the Zo, led by Senator Dixon, the Igbo, led by Peter Obi, and then the Hausa, led by Kwankwaso, converging in a single platform. I think that is beautiful for Nigeria, where you have a lot of identity, ethnic politics taking center stage. So let's look at the mix and see how that chemistry can actually drive emotions. I am very excited about what's going on in the country.
All right,
and I commend what they're doing.
Doctor, again, some people are political pundits are looking at it, with a pinch of salt. Matter of fact, the APC today would be telling itself that this is a good development for the APC, that yes, Bola Ahmed Tinubu just could be coasting home to victory with this arrangement. The ADC, the NDC, the PDP, have them divided like that. And of course, we know what happened, or we knew what happened in 2023, that the votes were divided. Peter Obi with the Labour Party came third. And so with this arrangement, again, it will be divided votes. But I'm asking this question. Peter Obi and Rabi Musa Kwankwaso. Again, what is coming from the north that we're reading and seeing something's happening is that Rabi Musa Kwankwaso could just be losing face in the north because, the team up of Rabi Musa and Peter Obi, for them, the question would be who would take the lead in the NDC as its presidential candidate. And of course, all pointers are that could Peter Obi be the lead and Rabi Musa Kwankwaso coming, to assist him. So with this arrangement, is this saying that yes, divided votes like what we had from opposition in 2023 could just lead the way for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to continue with the second term?
Well, it's not an issue. Like I said on this program some time ago, when a party chairman, Ganduje, was thinking about his party ruling forever, I said, no. Nigeria is diverse. We can never be a one-party state. The way we are is we are a diverse society, and we will love that diversity. So I don't see any problem with the development I've now seen. I think it's good that Kwankwaso and Peter Obi have finally agreed, after the intervention of Prince Obasanjo, to work together. It's good for the country. It's also good for them to build some platform that could be seen as a stable, futuristic platform for cross-country, inter-ethnic collaborations, which is what we're seeing now. Okay, the North have tried with Tinubu, and they have gotten some, small doses of their own medicine, which is why I like what Tinubu is doing. Tinubu showed them the nepotism that they were masters of, and they are not happy about it. As I said, it's the nepotism that makes us start talking about equity, start thinking about inclusion, start campaigning. Why should only one group represent themselves without including or caring about the position of other and the places of other groups? It's not proper. And that's what Nigeria has been for quite some time now under the Buhari administration, which is dangerous, which is not sustainable, which I think has also divided the country further in a very dangerous way. I think we should discard the idea of Tinubu this or that. No, let him go to campaign. Whatever it is that he has achieved, let him use it to campaign. If there are no achievements, like in electricity, let him tell them why he failed. Because he said, if he doesn't achieve electricity, they shouldn't vote for him. So let him go say why he failed and what are the plans he's doing to ameliorate that in future.
So 2027 is not yet a done deal for Tinubu, right? Tinubu, right?
If what?
2027, could be said not to be a done deal for Tinubu, that he has to, like...
How can it be a done deal with democracy? One, the Americans are here. Two, if Tinubu doesn't want an election, he just writes it. He sets him up just like Maduro did. So this is not very good. Yes, I know he does have the CIA asset management program. And how he works as a U.S. asset, that's one thing. He still needs to go through an election. If the Americans see that the asset is not even allowing an election for him to stay in power, things will change. So for me, yes, the U.S. asset 2027 is not a done deal. It still has to deal with the people and end the legitimate reason to represent Nigeria as his president. If he lacks that legitimacy without gaining the sovereign trust of the people, which comes through their votes, you know what that means. So, and sovereignty doesn't come from a big man having access to control of army and so on. No, it comes from you drawing your power from the people. The people are the sovereign. So, and that's why 2027 is not a done deal. He has to go to the people and demand for their support and vote. And in doing that, as I said earlier, he will show what he has done. That's why I say, what is he going to campaign on? We're not going to start fighting for the next 1 year to stop other people like the opposition from being on the ballot, which is basically what he's been doing. The same old strategy he did in Lagos, he is repeating it now, deleting the opposition and also undermining the platform that before even the contest. That's Tinubu way. He did it in Lagos, he's doing it again now here.
Doctor, let me take you out of the shores of Nigeria, and I want to go to a country like Rwanda in Africa here. And we all knew what happened in Rwanda, that they went through their own crisis too, big crisis that, it almost, tore the country apart. And, the country is now settled. And today, Nigerians or, Africans can, make reference to Rwanda, that's a country that is working. Nigeria went through a civil war, 67 to 70. And of course, the Gowon administration then introduced the 3 R's, the reconciliation, reconstruction, and rehabilitation. But I want to ask this question. For Rwanda, it was a time to put their, all the grievances on the table, talk about it, and they settled it. And some would say it's been settled. But I'd like to ask you, Doctor, has the problem, the issues of Nigeria after the 67-70 war been settled? I'm talking in terms of the way we see each other from the different divides and zones of Nigeria have really settled. Because I'm hinging this on politics as it is going on now. People are complaining that why must it be, Rabiu Musa Onkoso has disappointed. Obi now wants to be the president of Nigeria. All good and all fine. But these differences, have they been settled like that of Rwanda to make sure that this country is ours and for us alone? And so we build the country together.
The parallel between Nigeria and Rwanda, I don't understand. Explain it to me again. Why you trying to draw that parallel?
Yes, I'm drawing this parallel in terms of what had happened after the Tutsi, and what it was like with the differences in Rwanda, that they had to go after each other, killing each other, the genocide and everything that happened. But again, they came to the table, put all their differences on the table, talked about themselves, and decided that they would, come up with, together as one people. And today, Rwanda is working. I'm asking that Nigeria...
I understand. Listen.
Yes.
We have had killings in Nigeria, have we? Yes. For you to heal, for you to sit on the table and bring closure, there has to be open embrace of the truth. But if you're in denial, there's no table. It's when you agree the truth the reason why the American boots on the ground. Nobody is a child. Nobody is a fool. You look at me, and in the face of blatant, open violence from your people against people all over the country, you now be in denial. When you're in denial, how are you going to sit down on a table to sort things out? This is the issue. They have to get out of the denial first for us to sit down. That was why when the U.S. government was telling it to the Nigerian government and they were in denial, the U.S. government ignored them and forced put on the ground, effectively putting Nigeria under occupation. That's what superior armies do. So for these people you're talking about to end sitting on the table with us to resolve these issues, they have to come clean. They have to admit what they have done. And then it's when you admit you've made a mistake, you've done that, then you start saying, okay, how do we prevent it from happening next time? That's the only way you can get there. So for Nigeria, or even those people you're talking about, to be accepted, to be talked to by the Americans, or even us Nigerians that felt this thing, they have to admit they have made this thing terrible. They are sorry. Then we'll start looking for ways forward. Because nothing is new. Genocide happened in Africa against Africans, from Germans, from Europeans, even before they did it against the Jews. So we need an embrace of the truth if we seek admissions that will bring closure. You can't be in denial and say, let us talk peace. It does not work that way. It does not work. People are dead. People have been displaced. And as I speak to you, militias are still killing people. And then you just say, no, when you talk, say, no, the criminal behavior of a few people does not yet. You come to television, you defend them, you say that their madness is as a consequence of, what do they call it again? Climatic changes that have brought very strong burdens and challenges on availability of land. And because of that scarcity, people are now to be killed. And you tell me that's normal? No, it's not. In other places, they lie. They say it's farmer-tendered crisis. There are no farmer-tendered crisis. These are properly orchestrated, premeditated actions that are purposed towards gaining land, taking ancestral land. We're not fools. If they're in denial, why would they ever seek that we talk? You tell them now, admit this has happened, and it will not blame those who have done it publicly, and we can then talk about moving forward in trying to have resolutions and bringing closure. This is how it works.
Okay.
If you don't admit something happened, how are you going to now be accepting to have it dealt with when you don't agree it happened?
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Doctor, I'm getting signals that I must go for a commercial break. I'll be back with you at the turn of the break.
Keep it locked, keep it loud. Turn your radios up. 98.9.
Ya ku masu ciniki, albishirinku gasar Magi Chicken Flavor ya sake dawowa.
A sayi Magi Chicken mai dunkule biyu kwaya 50, a samu garabasar guda 10 a kyauta.
Tabbas haka ne, idan kuma guda 10 aka saya, to za a samu garabasar guda 4 a kyauta.
Wato ƙarin ɗanɗano mai armashi, ƙara nishaɗi, tare da more kuɗinka yadda ya kamata.
Karfa ku yadda a barko a baya, a hanzarta maza a je shago mafi kusa domin sayan paketin kunshin gasar Magi Chicken Flavor kafin ya ƙare. Da ni da Magi, haɗuwa mai armashi.
We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Are you serious? For real, are you serious? Invicta FM.
Ya ku masu ciniki, albishirinku gasar Magi Chicken Flavor ya sake dawowa.
A sayi Magi Chicken mai dunkule biyu kwaya 50 a samu garabasar guda 10 a kyauta.
Tabbas haka ne, idan kuma guda 10 aka saya, to za a samu garabasar guda 4 a kyauta.
Wato ƙarin ɗanɗano mai armashi, ƙara nishaɗi, tare da more kuɗinka yadda ya kamata.
Karfa ku yadda a barko a baya, a hanzarta maza a je shago mafi kusa domin sayan paketin kunshin gasar Magi Chicken Flavor kafin ya kare. Da ni da Magi, haɗuwa mai armashi.
Akwai abun da nake tunani, abubuwa za su canja. Hiron ta yana gaban ka. Saya hero on ta mashin. Yana da kyau. Hero on ta mashin. Baya sa kashe kudi, baya shan mai. Hero on ta mashin. Yana da gudu sosai. Hero on ta mashin.
Samu damar ƙara tattala manka tare da adana kuɗaɗenka tare da sabbin nau'ikan Hero Hunter Kickstart Alloy da aka sabunta. Yanzu ana samun su a gurin dillalai mafi kusa da ku. Ƙarin tazarar tafiya, sauƙin kashe kuɗi. Domin ƙarin bayani sai a tuntuɓi 0800 080 0800
Ah, I found something inside my Nescafe Original 3-in-1 pack the other day. A unique code printed inside.
Yes, so every pack of Nescafe Original 3-in-1 now comes with a code inside in the Nescafe Next Level promo. Just text the code to *7022# and you could win 500,000 naira cash, business tools, and training. Up to 1 million naira in prizes to be won. Promo runs until June 30th, 2026. T's and C's apply. Nescafe. Make your world.
When pain knock your door, when headache show in face, M&B paracetamol day for you. Yeah. When pain won't spoil your day, body day pepper you one kind. M&B paracetamol day for you. That's why from school to office, oh, from market to workshop, Ninja people trust them and be paracetamol. You get you M&B paracetamol. They summer pain fast. They summer pain fast. You get you everybody they use M&B paracetamol day for you.
M&B paracetamol, the red one. Now for you and your family. Next time pain showing your face, knock them down with M&B paracetamol. It get why. M&B paracetamol go give you quick relief one time.
If your symptoms not clear after 2 days, go see doctor.
Yana da daɗi, da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella. Ga sauƙi, yana da daɗi a kunu ko shayi.
Yi nishaɗin ɗanɗano mai arziki da daɗi na Cremella Crema, cikakke don babban ɗanɗano a shayi, koko, kofi da sauran zaɓin abinci.
Ya daɗi da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella.
Ƙara ɗanɗano da Cremella.
Oh yeah now, time to run your money correct. Download Bill Station for iPhone and Android, no dolly, or waka go to billstation.com sharp. Bills, transfer, everything day one place.
Make you get rewarded instanta when you use the referral code BISAN. When you download the Bill Station app, make you enjoy exclusive bonuses plus cash prizes wey fit reach up to 5K. No dolly, make you download now.
Bill Station, money no go stress you again.
My friend, time na money.
Shafi mama, gaskiya gwaldin mun ɗan nan yawon ya ji madara.
Haka nawa ma.
Sannu da aiki uwa ta gari, amma dai a rinka sarrafa mana madaran nan a hankali mana.
A'a ba ni bace fa. Wannan Golden Mo 3-in-1 ne. Dama da madarar sa yake zuwa a ciki.
Madara? Kuma a ciki? Tun yaushe?
Golden Mo 3-in-1 na tahowa da madara a ciki. Samo wa iyalanka a yau. Golden Mo. Bari duk rana ta kasance da armashi.
The spread of misinformation, disinformation, and hate speech remains a serious threat to peaceful coexistence and social cohesion. False and unverified information, whether religious, political, ethnic, or tribal, can create tension, destroy trust, and trigger violence in our communities.
As responsible citizens, we all have a duty to protect peace. Before you share any message, pause, verify the source, fact-check the information, think critically about the content, and its possible consequences.
Do not allow yourself to be used to spread rumors, falsehood, or messages capable of causing division.
Peace grows when youth and women speak up. When communities choose dialogue, conflicts reduce. Truth builds peace. Lies destroy it.
Verify before you share. Say no to fake news and hate speech. Yes to peace, unity, and a stronger community. This message is brought to you by the Center for Democracy and Development.
Mai gida, zo ka ji yadda jaririn ke motsi a cikina.
In ji? Lallai, da alama wannan na da ƙarfi sosai.
Mana, da wa kake gani zai yi kama?
Da ni mana.
A'a, da ni wannan zai yi kama.
To wanda zai zo bayan wannan zai yi kama da ke.
Tabɗi, to har yaushe zan jira wancan ya zo?
Kamar shekara 2 haka.
Kaga a lokacin na samu ƙwarin jiki.
Tattaunawa tsakanin ma'aurata yana da muhimmanci. Mu tattauna.
Mama, sai kin gan yadda na wanke ban ɗakin nan. Yawon ku sosai fa.
Tabbas zai iya wankuwa sosai a ido. Amma idan ba da hypo toilet cleaner kika yi amfani ba wajen kariya, to ban ɗaki cike yake da ƙwayoyin cuta baja-baja.
Haka ne, kara ku yarje wa ƙwayoyin cuta, ku kare ban ɗakin ku kullum da hypo toilet cleaner.
Yes, so this is Jolly Johnny on the streets. How well do you know Maggi chicken flavor? Oh yeah, spell celery.
SELARIE. Celery.
Bros, you want turn to salary? Okay, spell turmeric.
TURMERIC.
Yes, so
turmeric.
Correct. 1 carton of Maggi chicken flavor for you. Maggi chicken flavor with onions, celery, and turmeric. My game changer.
Remember how mom would wake up early, make us breakfast, iron our uniform?
We have to do something special for her.
Yes, so let's make this money fast.
Treasure Mom with a trip to Zanzibar this 2026 in the 3 Crowns Mom of the Year competition. Write a note using each letter of her name and submit with a picture of 5,000 naira worth of 3 crowns on www.3crowns.com.ng or at our collection centers for your chance to win. T's and C's apply. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms. Happy families.
Perceptions could change. Opinions can be formed with more and accurate information. Get all sides.
Welcome back. Still with the program Perspectives this morning, and it's coming to you on Invicta 98.9. My guest this morning on the program, Dr. KATCH ONONUJU, is the MD Heritage Center, the Heritage Center in ABUJA, a public affairs analyst and a commentator on national and international matters. Well, Dr. KATCH, I'm still coming back to the NDC now as a party, and that it is a new party. And still, begging to have structures around. It is not, it has not penetrated the southwest, the northeast, and some people will say even the middle belt. Its presence has been felt more in the southeast, and of course Kanu, where Rabi Musa Wankoso hails from. And so getting structures ready, it has not been tested in any election, and its presence can only be felt maybe in the FCT. So with all of these, and of course it's getting members from, fall apart members from, the ADC, the SDP, and that's where they're coming from. And they could come with their own problems too. So it has to meet INEC's deadline of having its congresses, primaries, and all of that. So when you look at how structured, because they're talking about structure now, that the NDC does not have a proper structure, to face the big parties, and just talking about the APC as the ruling party and the ADC that is coming up as the biggest opposition, so to say. So, wondering within this time how NDC can get its act together and be able to face a formidable party like the ruling party APC, and of course even measure up to the ADC. What are the chances of the NDC in this arrangement? Will it also maybe look at going into coalitions with the big parties or other parties around? Your thoughts here? Hello, sir. Perspectives this morning, Dr. KATCH ONONUJU. With me on the program, Dr. KATCH is the MD of the Heritage Center in Abuja. He's a public affairs analyst and a commentator on national and international matters. He's putting his thoughts for us this morning on the political arena, what is playing out. And focus this morning is on the NDC, the new, people say the new bride in town. Of course, the NDC and the ADC, and of course, stories building around them. Dr. KATCH, for the NDC, yes, it's a new party, and of course, the drivers are Peter Obi and Rabi Musa Kwankwaso. And of course, the NDC, as of today, does not have structures all over the country. I mean, its presence maybe felt more in the southeast and not in the south, not east, not in the southwest, and maybe the FCT making a showing there. But it has never gone into any election. It has never been tested on elections and all of that. So when you look at the NDC, how it can meet up, of course, it has to meet with INEC's deadline too, that it must hold its congresses and primaries and all of that. You know, the time. How the NDC can catch up. Because again, we know that with what is presenting, the Southeast may want to have a go at it, and of course go for a 4-year term, and of course would return it to the North. How all these are feasible? Can the North trust that the Peter Obi can take the lead and then return power back to the North after 4 years? All of these are controversies, a real uphill task that we see with the NDC. So for the NDC to make a show 2027, you really think it can come up with a good show?
Well, everybody tries their luck.
Mm-hmm.
And as we would say now, the agency will try its luck.
Okay.
So I think it's wrong for us to write anybody off. These are gentlemen with national proven capabilities to mobilize on this scale that we think is gigantuan. I think we have seen Peter Obi do this in 2023, so it's wrong to start asking or doubting. No. Doubting Thomases can do what they want, but it's not, this is a discounted. So Peter Obi has done this before. We have seen it in 2023. We did not give him any chance. We said no, he would not do it, but he did it. So Kwankwaso also did it, the same thing. In that short period, Kwankwaso launched a campaign in which he captured the imagination, as he has done historically, of a lot of people in the North. He won Kano State. And we think if you compare that to Peter Obi of the past, 2023, Peter did what he did nationally, but he didn't have a spark plug in the North as a running mate, as you can now speak about Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso is a massive boosting spark plug. He ignites the passions in the laws of the North. And that's why the only thing that they may not have is time, but they do have experience. And I think it is good for our democracy. I would not ask questions, no, because I have seen this happen before in 2023. It is not Kwankwaso and Peter Obi that is the issue. It is the young people. It is Nigerians who seek a better country. They are the problem. So Peter Obi came out before representing this set of young Nigerians who have hopes for a better and new country. Kwankwaso has now joined Peter Obi. That would bring a lot of those anticipatory people, Nigerian citizens who seek a better country. They now have a bigger platform to support. And that's what this is about. It's got nothing to do with the Bola Tinubu. It's all about a system that does not allow for multi-party democracy, that does not allow the opposition to stay, a system that promotes nepotism, a system that even plays with terrorism and becomes complicit in terrorism through complacency. I repeat it again. A system that is complicit in terrorism through its complacency. That's what we have. So you now have a lot of Nigerians who seek a better system. That's what the game is about. It's a fight to change the system. A system that tells you a lot of things that are not true. A system that does not have any Hausa as emir anywhere in the North. A system that is so exclusionary that it undermines the inclusive strength of our diverse society. And that's why you see today, we all cry against nepotism. And the president and the one before him all turned nepotism into their policies of state. And this is what we're fighting. So that's what you're looking at. It is not Bola Tinubu versus Peter Obi, no. It is the people versus the system. The system currently led by Bola Tinubu is unfair to even you who's speaking. you do not know how to fight. So Kwankwaso and Peter Obi think they can fight to change the system through the political process by organizing, and organizing they come together. So let's see what happens. We understand the emotional chemistry that these kind of spark plugs, when they are put together, can bring. So Peter Obi has become a phenomenal politician, the one in this era that is more than all the who came before him. Nigerians like him, they embrace him. Kwankwaso is also phenomenally very popular in the North. So if we have these two main games being now presented to Nigerians who respect identity politics, Peter, a Christian, devout Catholic, Peter, Igbo, and then you have now Kwankwaso from the North, and very appealing to the houses for his works in Kano, for the amounts of things and people that he has touched. And that's so that there is that enigma in it. When earlier we approached Kwankwaso to do this job with Peter Obi, he refused. I remember that. Went to his house off Katinala Crescent in Maitama, and we talked for 3 hours. He refused. But I understood why he refused then. There were pressures on him by a lot of people. In front of all of them was General Gusau, that he should not work with us. I remember that, and I say that openly here. You know, so when you hear what's his name, Governor Nyesom Wike mentioned Gusau, it is true. Gusau was right front and center. He was batting in front of people. And that's when we got angry that people didn't respect, you know, this equity. When I said no, we left I and Duno. We started the obedient movement. And before you knew it, Peter was at the head, and we had that. So I believe working now with Kwankwaso, who has finally come around, thanks to the persuasions of General Basenjo, as I told on this program some time ago, thank God it has now materialized, and you can see. So let us see. It's settled. They've agreed at the convention in Abuja that the presidency goes to the south and the VP goes to the north. Kwankwaso is okay with that. If Peter does one term, as is popular told the nation, Kwankwaso can now continue from that. If they win. So all we're asking is the incumbent party to arrange itself and be able to go to campaign. Its work and its achievements, so that the Nigerian people will listen and then be able to vote where they want. You know, the system knows that the Nigerian people, even if you have 1 million governors on your own payroll, it's not the governors that vote, it's the people that vote. And there is a history to the voting and waiting to get counted that we know about Kwankwaso and Kano people. I think that's what most of us will bank on, that this movement can vote and wait for their vote to be counted. I think we're having some other things. So the president will do well to start behaving better so that he can use such better behavior and better policy to campaign. I think that would be the best thing for me to give as an advice to the incumbent party.
All right, Doctor, again, well, it's been done and dusted. We all do know that Peter Obi and Rabi Musa Kwankwaso on a team and as a team, and of course of the NDC. But people are also asking the question, maybe that could just be, left to take care of itself. Asking the question, why did Peter Obi hurriedly leave the Labour Party? It had its challenges. He was not there to be part of, the crisis there, and so he left. But as we talk this morning, the Labour Party has not presented its presidential candidate. And so people are asking the question too, that is the Labour Party, well, never know what can happen in the days to come, that Peter Obi may just find himself back to the Labour Party, because you talked about followers. He has followers. He made an impact in the Southwest and, of course, all over. So will he leave all of them? And the APC, as of today, is saying that all Peter Obi has is the obedient movement, the young ones, from his side, his divide. And so can it be what will come for him come 2027, that he could also play the big role he played in 2023. So Peter will be leaving the Labour Party during this crisis period. And of course, the Labour Party still having his doors opened to say that Peter could still come back. Are you looking at that?
No, Peter Obi has done well to have led that agency. Because if he hadn't led the agency, the youth that followed them would never have followed them.
Okay.
The agency would never have allowed them. If Peter Obi had not left the agency,
the Labour and the ADC
would not follow him.
Okay.
Forget about Labour.
Okay.
Labour just a platform, a vehicle
Okay.
used in the 2023 election. You should look at the phenomenon. The man, anywhere he goes, they follow him. To them, Peter Obi is the party. That's what you should look at. Observe the phenomenon. Don't compare to old trends. Old trends are gone. They have nothing. They have no bearing on this. Like what? A brand new trend we have seen. Government behaves in a very erratic way towards Mr. Peter Obi. In a way, no government has ever reacted towards any other aspirant or candidate. This is very abnormal. So those are the things that someone like me follow. There must be something government knows about this Mr. Peter Obi that me and you do not know. One does the government share with us what drives it imaginations about Peter Obi that gets it to follow him everywhere, distract him everywhere, talk about him everywhere. We want to know, but we have our own reasons.
Okay, doctor, quickly, what is it you know about Peter Obi that Nigerians do not know? Because we've been saying all sorts of things about Peter Obi. Is he competent enough? Can he deliver?
He's very un-Nigerian. It's very, very un-Nigerian. He's not like a regular Nigerian. He doesn't behave like a Nigerian politician. He is very simple. He's there in your face. He's minimalist. He's a minimalist person. It doesn't give you, so the government doesn't get enough meat that they can use to actually analyze properly and then be able to follow it. That's the problem. Peter Obi is not there like other people. He doesn't throw the money about. Yes, he puts money into causes like training nurses for the future. Those kind of things we've seen his steady donation to the girl child education. It's fascinating. I followed a lot of his giving, and I find that a lot of them were targeted at the girl child education. And I asked myself, what is he targeting? Because probably they said to be the society, a community, invest in the girl child. So I think what he's doing makes a lot of sense. And these are the things that we have to. He's a different kind of person. We don't even understand him. Okay. And that's why you see Nigerians cannot get enough. That's what's going on. But as I told you earlier, what's really going on is the people of Nigeria seek a better future. And they can use any politician as their icon to be able to drive that platform. Currently, they are employing Peter Obi to drive that platform. So the movement is the people. The politician being used is just the game. Look at what they've done. KO. Now they're calling themselves KO with the OK, and that will be Kwankwaso. OK. These are very, very creative young people, and we should not discard their demands in a new evolving society. Because if you check, we don't even have plans for them. We just get in there, and the corruption don't even allow us to plan for the young people. So if they come together like this and start demanding, we should take it very seriously. It is the youth who are demanding for new future.
Okay, all right. Doctor, we'll go for a break. At 10 o'clock, we'll take the news brief, and then we'll bring the audience into this conversation.
Keep it locked, keep it loud. Turn your radios up. 98.9.
Ya ku masu ciniki, albishirinku gasar Magi Chicken Flavor ya sake dawowa.
A sayi Magi Chicken mai dunkule 2 kwaya 50, a samu garabasar guda 10 a kyauta.
Tabbas haka ne, idan kuma guda 10 aka saya, to za a samu garabasar guda 4 a kyauta.
Wato ƙarin ɗanɗano mai armashi, ƙara nishaɗi, tare da more kuɗin ka yadda ya kamata.
Karfa ku yadda a barko a baya, a hanzarta maza a je shago mafi kusa domin sayan paketin kunshin gasar Magi Chicken Flavor kafin ya kare. Da ni da Magi, haɗuwa mai armashi.
Kowace rana is day one, rana ta ɗaya for you to give 100 ji daɗin tracks ɗinka. 100 ba tare da saurarawa ba, 100 da kuzarinka. tare da gang ɗinka a dance floor. An kasance a cikin shiri because you are ready to go again. Domin kai ɗin dai ne, you don't need permission domin rayuwa ta zahiri, rayuwa mai inganci, rayuwa mai cike da 'yanci because you owned it all. Leave it 100 MTN.
Mai gida, zo ka ji yadda jaririn ke motsi a cikina.
In ji? Lallai, da alama wannan na da ƙarfi sosai.
Mana, da wa kake gani zai yi kama?
Da ni mana.
A'a, da ni wannan zai yi kama.
To wanda zai zo bayan wannan zai yi kama da ke.
Tabɗi, to har yaushe zan jira wancan ya zo?
Kamar shekara 2 haka.
Kaga a lokacin na samu ƙwarin jiki.
Tattaunawa tsakanin ma'aurata yana da muhimmanci. Mu tattauna.
Yes, so this is Jolly Johnny on the streets. How well do you know Maggi chicken flavor? Oh yeah, spell celery.
S-E-L-A-R-I-E. Celery.
Bros, you want turn to salary? Okay, spell turmeric.
T-U-R-M-E-R-I-C.
Yes, so
turmeric.
Correct. 1 carton of Maggi chicken flavor for you. Maggi chicken flavor with onions, celery, and turmeric. My game changer.
I'm not worth it. I'm not even beautiful. I'm such a disaster.
I'm the best. Yeah,
I think I'm
best at doing rubbish.
I don't think I can never get it right.
I'm not even useful.
It was a difficult process. Things are not just working out for me.
Should I do it?
Yes,
I will just do it. Yes, just do it. Anyway.
Don't listen to them. Don't listen to those voices.
No, stop it!
Don't listen to the voices in your head. Suicide is never an option. Stay away from negative thoughts. Don't listen to those voices. Take your mental health seriously because Invicta cares about you and your mental health. Invicta 98.9 FM.
The time is 10 o'clock.
This is Invicta 98.9 FM, Kaduna, Nigeria. I am Job Daniel with the news brief. President Bola Tinubu has arrived in Nairobi, Kenya, ahead of the Africa Front Summit scheduled to open later today. The State House Media Office announced in a notice in the early hours of today, Monday, that the Airbus conveying the president landed at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport at about 12:15 a.m. local time Monday. The president's visit to Kenya, the second since July 2023, marks the second leg of a three-nation tour that began with a stop in France, where he had earlier met with global investors and pledged Nigeria's commitment to fiscal discipline and economic reform. The Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum has insisted that the presidency must remain in southern Nigeria after the 2027 general elections, warning that abandoning the zoning arrangement could threaten national political stability. The group also called for the urgent amendment to the contentious sections of the Electoral Act, the immediate institutionalization of state police, and renewed efforts to tackle worsening insecurity and economic hardship across the country. According to reports, the position was contained in a communique issued at the end of an emergency meeting of the forum held on Saturday. From the foreign scene, Beijing confirmed on Monday today that the United States President Donald Trump will visit China from May 13th to 15th, with the United States leader expected to discuss Iran and trade with his Chinese counterpart. Washington and Beijing have been at loggerheads over key issues ranging from trade tariffs to the Middle East war and Taiwan, which China claims as part of its territory. According to reports, the United States leader was originally meant to visit in late March or early April, but postponed his trip to focus on the Iran war. And talking sports, Arsenal moved closer to the Premier League title in controversial fashion as a hugely contentious decision to disallow Callum Wilson's stoppage time goal handed the leaders a vital 1-0 win against West Ham on Sunday. Mikel Arteta's side struggled to break down West Ham in a tense derby at the London Stadium before Leandro Trossard struck with a deflected effort 7 minutes from time. Arsenal's title rivals Manchester City will be furious that West Ham were denied a last-gasp equaliser for Pablo's foul on the Gunners goalkeeper David Raya, whose fumble was fired home by Callum Wilson. And that makes the news brief at 10. A major bulletin comes up at midday. Good morning and have a victorious day as we continue with the program Perspectives.
Morning, and just before we bring the audience into this conversation, we'll just put discussion across. Doctor, well, it's about what is happening in the PDP circle, that President Goodluck Jonathan, former President Goodluck Jonathan, maybe, that's what's coming up from the grapevine, or on the grapevine, that Goodluck Jonathan may have just picked the ticket for the presidential candidate of the PDP. And questions have been asked, and some worrying questions, that what is it that President Goodluck Jonathan, could have forgotten the State House and wants to go and take care of again. Global acclaim to the president, to the former president, is citizen of the world today as we know him, and so would this do his career good in politics? So why is President Goodluck Jonathan going for the PDP presidential ticket? Your thoughts here?
I will tell you that what's happening around President Goodluck is very funny. It's also alarming. We don't really know. I'm a Jonathan, so I don't want to make comments. But I'm observing until we understand fully what actually is going on with President Goodluck Jonathan. It's possible some people are using his name to stage some acrobatics. Or maybe he thinks that the people want him very much. It's possible he has access to reports that we don't know. So what we'll have to do is politely wait on him as an editor to tell us what's going on. We don't know. Everything we're hearing, as I can tell you, are speculation. You have not met anybody in Nigeria who knows what is going on around President Goodluck Jonathan. So the best thing to do is wait and understand. Is it him dancing some kind of okoso, or are there people using his name to instrument some kind of acrobatics? The right thing is wait. Goodluck is not the person momentum is with. No. We're not just looking for any choir master that can just come from the school field. No. We want the music teacher. Everybody likes. Music teacher is the right person for us, choir master. He's not just the gardening teacher. No. Or the metal works teacher. That's not true. The momentum is not with President Goodluck. The youth will not be able to follow him the way they have followed the Victory Kwankwaso, platform. And that's what it is. That's what we're going to. But of course, legally, President Goodluck has his right to his aspirations. In that frame, legally, all aspirations are legitimate. So all ambitions are legitimate. But within what context do we not pursue these ambitions? Goodluck has been shown love by the country. Goodluck knows right now that the country is in very difficult times. Some patriots are trying to come together, but of course some people just want to cash in on it. Like the gentleman, I think he wanted to cash in, and just abandoned them and moved on. And that's what it is. So it's true. What we see or hear about good luck seems to be true. It's truth will just, I think the movement, the condition would naturally settle itself. Once he sees that the momentum is not with him, he will respectfully tell the people who wanted to push him through this stress that is not available.
Okay. All right. So the waiting mood is on. And so the coming days, and we'll tell more on President Goodluck Jonathan's move. And so we're bringing the audience into this conversation. Join us. We're on Facebook page, Invicta 98.9. Drop your comments there. And we're also, giving out the lines to call to be part of this conversation. And these lines will be on numbers 081 40,000 989, 081 40,000 989, or 070 87 800 989. 070 87 800 989. We're looking at the opposition party and how prepared and how focused they are. The ADC, the NDC, and challenging the ruling party for the 2027 elections. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you calling from?
Yes, my name is Rita. Yes, I want to make one correction. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is not coming to contest any election. We, the children of Opi, we are waiting for the time. So we are calm, waiting for that time. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, that was from Rita. Children of... all right, okay. Yeah, lines are still open. Let's get your thoughts here to ADC, the NDC, and of course, getting ready for 2027, where the pendulum would swing, and what we're expecting too. So we of course, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Your name and where are you calling from?
Invicta FM.
Yes, your name and where are you calling from?
God bless Invicta. My name is Nancy Olushola. I love this today discussion. My own take is that this good luck matter is God willing by God, because it's not people that want to drag him, but if God says he will come back to come and complete all what he has supposed to do by grace, because we know that they hijack the government from him. It's not that it's weak. So we pray and focus that Nigeria will be great in the name of Jesus. Thank you very much.
All right, amen. Thank you too. All right, still with your calls. Still with your calls before I move on to our guest this morning, Dr. KATCH ONONUJU. We're still with your calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Toyin Alabi.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. You just turn on the volume of your radio.
Yeah, I've done that. My name is Chief Areo.
Chief
Areo, let's hear you.
Yeah, I have listened to your guest very attentively. You see, if Nigeria could go on the line of Peter Obi and Kwankwaso, I should think this country will be a better place. If we now remove what I call sentiment, and today, Mr. Toyin Alabi, I am afraid with what is actually happened to the opposition. It looks as if we are gradually moving a local to Enuloka means it's only me. It is my turn. Enuloka is only me. You see how they are planting cats among the pigeons with the opposition. That is why opposition is high time for them to come together to have a formidable front to fight APC. About Goodluck Jonathan, I say Goodluck Jonathan, God bless you. Goodluck Jonathan was able to put Nigeria at peace. At the time they were there, the Keretini, Birijini, he had his peace. May the Almighty God bless Goodluck Jonathan. we want to hold a perfect election in Nigeria, God bless our country.
All right, thank you, Chief Areo. Okay, I'll just move on to Chief Ononuju. Dr. Ononuju, you heard some of the callers there and what they're saying. Your thoughts here too.
Yeah, I've heard what the caller said, and all of them. But they need to understand the way our country is. We're very different from other countries across the world. You cannot move forward today as we have seen. We never knew before that security was such an important thing in governance. Now we know because of how we've been wrecked by insecurity. There were a lot of people who are just coming playing "It's My Turn," as the gentleman said, Temilokon. I mean, it shouldn't be on "It's My Turn" basis. We should now come together to try to work together. So I do welcome the people who are expressing their doubts and misgivings in the political process. That's the beauty of a diverse society. We will talk, we will say in line with our understanding or even with our fears. So let it be that way. People will express their aspirations, people will also express their fears. We are now Nigerians. People can say it's my turn, Emilio Con now. I don't think it's time for Emilio Con. Let us move now to say now all of us, Nigeria, nine remain. It's our turn, all of us in the country, to get it right. Right now the country is not working. I don't know who will say it's working for him. So let's continue to work together to see if we can find the mix of proper bedfellows to salvage the country. That's what I think.
All right. Okay. Job was dropping on our Facebook page.
Okay. All right. This is from Musa Akoka, all the way from Cross River State. Says, God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Joseph Nwaragu, he says, my comment is about the former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, moving from a party to another. It will not make him a true leader in this nation. Let him just stay on one side. Okay. Let him stay on one side instead of jumping to another party. He says said that all Nigerians can come together and give him massive votes come 2027. May God give us a true leader. This one is from Yakubu Adams. He says he's thanking to Loe and also to the guest. He says that enlightening Nigeria on the state of the nation. I think that's just the comments that are remaining.
Okay. Yes. And Doctor, well, we're still at it. We're looking at the ruling party. Of course, the question's been asked is what is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what is he going to present to Nigerians about, scorecard? And people are saying that, what about the promises he made to Nigeria, that if he gets in, he'll get some things done? Are the promises, kept? And of course, can Nigerians still rely on him with the 2027 mandate? But again, your concerns about some of the things that would be on the positive side that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has introduced to Nigeria. Nigerians may not see it now, because he's always saying that after the pains will come the gains. So can we still wait? Can we still take the pains, for the gains to come? Hello, Doctor.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the question about waiting. Of course we can wait. We can wait. But that's why but first we have to have hope.
Okay.
If there is hope, then we can wait. Nothing is there's nothing that was promised yesterday that cannot be fixed tomorrow. I went to River State the other day and I was looking at the old money road. It's been abandoned. A lot of things like that are abandoned across the country. For me, it exemplified decay. And I told myself, it is time we start fixing. Fix places, fix Nigeria, Six towns like Port Harcourt allow their ports to run because it does make commercial sense to have them included. Not only concentration all ports in Lagos, which is what Tinubu has been doing, and look at now in the issue of sharing, you would now share $3 billion worth for infrastructure to only Kano, Kaduna, and Lagos, and nothing to the southeast or south, because this is a representative democracy. We're sharing the national cake. Is the order of the day. And these are some of the things that we don't like. So that's why there is agitation for change of government. There is not inclusion of a lot of people. Nigerians are not being carried along, and that because of that, those who are not being carried along are complaining. And do they have? Yes, they do have rights to complain. Everybody has right to seek to be included.
Well, the removal of fuel subsidy, must talk about that, and one of the key, points of this administration. And of course, the president has said that no regrets about that. And of course, we're seeing what is coming out of it: more money, to the state governments and all of that. But I'm asking this question: the federal, the state, and what is coming out from the state on, taking care of, how people in terms of development progress for the people. We see some states are doing well. Matter of fact, we keep going to Abia State where references are made. Abia is off the national grid and making a lot of progress in terms of industrial revolution. What is happening to some states who collect this amount of money, and yet, all of what we suffer today, of course, the North will take a big share of these. Why are we not seeing a lot of these coming up from the North in terms of what they get, from the Federation account now?
A lot of policies have not worked in our country not because policies aren't there. It's the inability of those in power to be sincere in implementing policies that benefit everyone. When you start asking why are we not, that's not because the system is not working. That's why are we? The system is not working. And because it's not working, that's why people seek to bring in who they think can make the system work. A lot of things are just announced by the government. They don't work. Where is the budget for 2025, 2024, 2023? Where are the budgets? Were they implemented? No. Where is the money? Are we asking questions? Where is the money? Are we going to an election? There are a lot of things to be revealed. Where are the budgets? Where is the money? If it's not implemented, did the government tell us where are the money? The money being borrowed. Where are they? You've just mentioned stories about availability of money. The money is being borrowed. Where are they? We need to know where monies are put to. Fine, at the beginning, you talked about the fuel subsidy removal. We don't like the removal. So where are the savings? How are the savings accounted for? Yeah, you may have more money to share because of the currency, devaluation, which means every dollar they gain from crude, the changes, they get 3 times of the money they used to have before, and then they give. The money is being borrowed. Why are we not having proper accounting for them? To up to 100%. We just hear about events, so we do not have any accounting about how the resources are spent on such events. And so we need to ask about that before we ask questions of why are we not.
Well, we'll just take your last line, Doctor. Yeah, put your last line on, our talks this morning.
My last line?
Yes.
Is that Nigerians should not give up hope.
Mm-hmm.
Nigerians should never, ever embrace despair. Despair is not an option. We tried. Our problem now in the democracy, build a viable opposition. No democracy succeeds without a viable opposition. That's why it is also in the interest of the incumbent government for the country's democracy to have a viable and robust opposition. If not, due to the fact that nature abhors vacuum, the incumbent party will on its own implode and manufacture an opposition. That's not very good. Allow the opposition to flourish so that the democracy can luxuriously move along. That is what I want everybody to understand. So opposition is not enemy. No. Opposition is part of the ingredient that actually gives life to a democracy. Without it, the increment will fail.
Dr. KATCH, ONONUJU, I'd like to thank you so very much for coming on the program with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And that will just be the size of it on the program Perspectives this morning. Our guest has been Dr. KATCH ONONUJU, MD, that's talking about Managing Director, the Heritage Center in ABUJA. Dr. KATCH ONONUJU is also a public affairs analyst, a commentator on national and international matters. He's been our guest this morning. Job Daniel, thank you for connecting us with the people, and thank you for putting us in the pictures too. We'll come back with Perspectives tomorrow. Have a good day.
Invicta FM.